In the cultures that we have
My
today,
name is Nathan Kai.
we have been designed in order to think towards the future. Because in our third dimension, we all know it's impossible to go back to the past. It's impossible to transform the past. And because of this, we used to say that we don't have to care about the past, we have to create future. We have to move forward. So we have to put all our will, our strength, our intentions into the future. And this is the reason why we are all the time thinking ahead, forward, and trying to escape from the past. So going towards the future, of course, that many of us, what we do is try to deny the past, to go away from the past in order to be able to transform ourselves into something better, because we kind of understand the past like an anchor, like something that doesn't help us to move forward. As faster you run to the future, escaping from the past, the faster you will leave exactly the same mistakes as before in the past. So we come back to understand here the line of time as we see our time, or the circle of time. Past, present, and future. In our society point of view, we go from the past to the future, and we are in the present, moving ahead towards the future. So we cannot go back to the past. So we have to let it go, to erase the weight of the past. So in the moment when we leave the third dimension towards the fourth dimension, we understand that the time is much more like a circle in the shape of a spiral than a line. Leave the past behind. It's literally impossible. So the past is basically this turn here, and then it's this turn here, and this turn here, and this turn here. So this means that the past repeats itself constantly, maybe in another level of vibration, another level of consciousness, but it repeats once and again. Perhaps the environment is different, but the structure is the same. So the base, the structure of this is a circle, is always a circle. Maybe the circle is located in this shape, or in this shape, or in this shape, but it will be still the same, father and son. For example, system, the structure is to being dad, grandfather, son, because my grandfather was also a son of someone. My grandfather was a father of someone. My grandfather is a great son of someone. Okay, so the system repeats, but the people, we have different names, living in different countries. Okay, so the environment and the subjects are different, but the system is the same. It's continuous, it's constant. Okay, some way or another, I will come back to the beginning, and I keep moving into the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So this system works exactly the same, even if we are in the subconscious, the unconscious, or the conscious. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change. This is like this. When we are living in one of these circles doing things, and suddenly we start to live things that we don't understand, the reason of why they are good or bad, for me, the question that I start to do is, why? Why? It helps me to find the origin of this constant loop, this point of this process. And I say, why I'm here? Why I'm living this? So the question immediately will take me to the first one, the one before myself, to see it. So here is the cause. And then I ask why, and I go to the next one before. Why? And it goes to the next one, and so on. The one that is unconscious doesn't make questions. The only one that makes questions is the one that is conscious. The one that is conscious doesn't have the answers, have all the questions. Because remember, the one that is unconscious is living through the waves of the others, is the one that is moved by the positive and the negative, trying to sail in between the currents of the society, of the ideas, living through the concepts of the others. The path of consciousness, for sure you all have been through that. The first question you do is why? Why? If the why is the key to be aware, do we think that the one that is conscious has all the questions, has all the answers, and no need to ask why? You got the question that I did? I repeat again the question because even myself couldn't get it. Why, if the question why is the key for the awareness, are we thinking that the one that is awakened has all the answers and doesn't have any reason to ask why again? The key of being conscious is not to believe that we have the answers to all the origins. The key of consciousness is to keep asking why. When you do the question to the other one, like why this or why that, what you are doing there is to pushing the other one to look for an answer, to defend itself in a way that the other needs to defend its answer. And now the question from the being is when you question the other in a way that you're trying to show the other person a different way, inviting the other person to make another question, to doubt, to question itself, and to look for a better answer. The question, why do you do it this way? And now from the being, why do you think you do it in this way? You see the difference? It's the same question. The second one invites the ego to look for a better answer, opens many different possibilities instead of wasting energy on the fight. And I invite you to do the task, which is to write down all the whys of your life. Why? Why this, why that, why this? I become aware of the room I find myself in. I become aware of the room I find myself in, of the body where I am, and the breathings. And above me, I visualize a tiny light, a spark, my divine spark. The light of the I Am. And expand. I feel this spark coming down to my crown chakra and ignites, asking the question, why do I believe? I breathe and ignite the spark.
Thank you for sharing.